parent, not cooking in their house, not cleaning the house, not providing for their children, and then every day or whatever, you want a nice food, you will take your children to your neighbor's house to go and eat. Say, your food is better than the one I'm cooking in my house. That's basically what it is. Oh, this house is too dirty. Let's go to Yarisi's house. You leave your house and enter Yarisi's house to go and enjoy a clean house. Your own, go clean up. If you leave your country and you go to the UK for treatment as a politician, it's not supposed to be embarrassing to you that, our country, we know fix them. I'm coming here for healthcare. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in today's video, I want to talk about what some critics are saying, and a lot of Nigerians have their their feelings, or how they feel, or their opinions about this whole thing going on. For anyone that does not know, I'm about to talk about a Nigerian politician. The daughter apparently lives in the UK, and she's been unwell, and they say she needs a kidney, and she's on dialysis at the moment. She needed a transplant. So the parents were arrested at the Heathrow airport, and the allegations is that they recruited a 15-year-old boy to take, one of his kidneys for transplant. So that is why they are arrested. One, in the UK, she's an underage, is not even up to the age to consent. And secondly, they reported that the boy said that the couple had promised to sort him out, like, it was basically trade by barter. They were going to pay him in whatever way they decided. Anyways, they were going to look after him. Do you know what I mean? For donating his kidney. And that's what some people do not understand. In the UK, you cannot sell your kidney directly or indirectly, if you know what I mean. You cannot trade it. And that's another word. Give me so and so. For example, this is not what happened. Let's say you cannot say, oh, I will buy you a house if you give me one kidney, or I will, sponsor your education if you give me one kidney. I will give you this money if you give it, because it's not allowed. And secondly, he is underage. Something else people have been asking, can somebody not just volunteer to give? Somebody can volunteer. People volunteer in the UK as well. But when they volunteer, there is no any kind of exchange at all. You give one of your kidneys and everybody go their separate ways. It's a thank you situation. We've seen a lot of them in the news when they'll be like, oh, a stranger donated a kidney for somebody. A nurse donated her kidney for her patient. It happens. But it's just freely you give it. You don't pay for it. Because UK, America, a lot of countries, they're trying to prevent whereby it becomes something for the rich. Something that the rich can exploit the poor for. If you know what I mean. And don't forget that before you know it, it can enter situations where we've heard about countries where people are getting kidnapped and their organs removed and sold for exchange to keep a rich person alive. So that is what they are trying to clamp down on. Because I realized that from some of the comments, some people do not even understand, okay, why is it a big deal? And then another thing is that they said the boy is underage. And I promise I'm going to make a separate video about him being underage or not being underage. Is a topic on his own. So for anyone that does not know, this is what the story is about. So people have been saying that, a lot of Nigerians have the uproar that, okay, so your daughter can go abroad and be getting the best treatment. Your family can live abroad and all of those things. And Nigeria is the way it is. You people in politics, in power, are not doing anything to improve the country, whatever. Something else that keeps coming up, people saying, let him take his child to Nigeria and treat her in the hospitals that the politicians have built in Nigeria. So meaning that the country where you guys are politicians, you guys are in power to make it what it should be. Go take your family back to that country and enjoy the benefit of your work, or the lack of it, if you know what I mean. I'll leave to you guys one of such comments. So this comment said, treat her in the hospital her father built in Nigeria. And said, many Nigerians are dying because of her father's corruption, not to build hospitals in Nigeria. Now, I've said it before, when it comes to politics and a lot of things going on in Nigeria. I left Nigeria over 20 years ago. There's so much I do not know about who is who. I didn't know this man until this whole thing came up. So I wouldn't even know if he was directly in position to build hospitals. Because they say this man has been in politics for, I think since 2013 or something like that. I'm not even sure. But he's been in politics for a long time. But I don't know if his role involved something like that. I know that people address their frustration or whatever towards him because he is a politician and his story is the one that is out there. But looking at politicians in general, people in charge of the country, people that have been elected or whatever way they got into power, you know, what they are supposed to do. Because when you are governing a state or when you are in power, Your role is to make your country the best it can be. But when people are in power, but somehow it seems that they are not planning to improve the country, and instead all they do is those are nice things they would like to have, they go abroad for it. Their children's school abroad. They have amazing homes abroad. You know, in Nigeria, you have homes with burglary proof. Their homes abroad does not need burglary proof. They cannot say that they do not like that idea of living in a house where you don't need to be caged in your homes. Those societies are organized. That's why you can live in a house that has no burglary proof. Right? Amazing education and good healthcare. They take their families to the countries that have built their own society well. They are taking their families and themselves abroad to go enjoy the country that other politicians have fixed for their own people. They go there to go enjoy it. But their own that they were supposed to do right, just like the other politicians did their own right. That's why you people are running to them for whatever. Why? They leave their own behind. They leave Nigeria behind and go and enjoy what somebody else. Do you know what it is? It's like a parent, you know, not cooking in their house, not cleaning the house, not providing for their children, and then every day or whatever, you want a nice food, you will take your children to your neighbor's house to go and eat. Say, your food is better than the one I'm cooking in my house. That's basically what it is. Oh, this house is too dirty. Oh, let's go to Yarisi's house. You leave your house and enter Yarisi's house to go and enjoy a clean house. Your own, you know, go clean up. This is exactly what the critics are speaking about. I'm always going to say it. What is happening to his daughter is sad. Like I said in one of my videos, it is sad whether it is a politician's child, whether it is a Lagbaja's child at the corner of the street, whether every human being, it is sad if it happens to anybody. But the problem is, Nigeria is a country where, you know, it's so sad. The gap between the politicians and the everyday man that they are there to serve is too much. And do you know, whether you like it or not, if our politicians, I know it's not possible, but imagine whereby if they were to close the door against them from going abroad for the best healthcare, say, no, you can't come here, go to your country and go and do your own healthcare. If they were forced to manage what we have in Nigeria, that they are not allowed to go abroad for treatment, for education, for their children, wherever, do you know that they will have no choice but to do the right thing for Nigeria? Do you know why? So that when the push comes to shove, or when the need arises, they would want to have the good healthcare that they can rely on in Nigeria. But why would they bother? While all they need is 6-hour flights, don't land London for the best healthcare in the world. Some of them are going to Germany, going to wherever. There was a day they were talking to a politician that do you know a lot of them go abroad for checkup, yearly checkup. So good healthcare is good. I say it again, it is amazing, and those countries have it because their own politicians did the right thing. If they will do the right thing in Nigeria, they will not need to be running kitty abroad for every single thing. Those countries they are going to, how many times are those people coming to Nigeria? Have you ever seen those countries they are running to for healthcare and education? How many of those countries send their children to Nigeria for healthcare? You know, there are some things when you see, you say, is it not supposed to make shame to be catching somebody? Say, we are politicians, or see our country, we are going abroad to go and receive. No shame. You know, when some people say, I'm proudly Nigerian, there are some things you will do in your country. There's a way you'll be proud. If you leave your country and you go to the UK for treatment as a politician, it's not supposed to be embarrassing to you that, our country, we know fix them, I'm coming here for healthcare. Do you know what I'm trying to say? See, I understand where this criticism is coming from. If it was possible to ban all of them from sending their children abroad for education and going abroad for healthcare, Nigeria would have been paradise by now. I mean, they tell you. Do you remember during lockdown when the UK banned flights from Nigeria? I don't know if you that remembered it. When they were waiting for the lockdown to be over and they were waiting for the ban to be removed, they now found out that it was not removed. They were going berserk. Politicians shamelessly were so annoyed, like a baby you took their soda off their mouth. See them, if you see the way they were really angry that they did not, you know why? Because many of them were due for their health checks. They have not gone for a while. They don't want to die. They were afraid. I've not gone for my healthcare, my health check, so for the year, may they remove this, I need to go. They were terrified. Some of them, they wanted to maybe, they go abroad for go and chillax. Some of them, they may even have their side chicks abroad, and they have not seen side chick for a while. Some of them, their children are living in London, and they want to go and see their children. They've not seen their children for a while because of that fight not allowed. Do you know what our politicians did? Quickly, they don't waste time. They decided to ban UK flights into Nigeria too. Now so they retaliate rich. You know why? It was not a problem of the everyday man. The everyday man, no, they go. Where did they fly go? A lot of the everyday Nigerians have never flew in a plane. Not to talk of even go London. Who dash monkey? It was not a problem of everyday man, but they were so, because it is something that has finally touched them personally. And see how quickly they reacted. They ban UK flights to Nigeria too. You see how they can quickly make decisions. It breaks my heart that the human greed, I'm talking about our politicians, the human greed is too much. And the lack of care or giving a damn about the everyday man is heartbreaking. At the end of the day, the country is the way it is because our politicians have seen Nigeria as a country for the poor and whatever. Abroad is the best way. So they always, a lot of them have homes abroad. Not one or several homes abroad. Their children that live abroad, you think they are paying rent or whatever. They are living in homes that are owned. I can bet you that. So at the end of the day, the problem of the everyday man, they don't care about it. And that's why Nigeria will continue to be the way it is. Until there is a way to make them feel the pain that the everyday man feels, there will never be a difference. Bottom line, I understand the critics that are saying, make una come follow and enjoy the healthcare we wanna build for Nigeria. What is good for the, how they talk, and the geese is good for the, no, so they talk. At the end of the day, this whole story is opening people's eyes more and more about the situation of Nigeria. The politicians are not interested in fixing the country. It is as simple as A, B, and C. There is nothing complicated about it. That is how I see it. Anyways, I wanted to quickly make a video about it, and as always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.